Okay, Mark, I was just looking at your CD here, or DVD, I'm sorry, DVD. So tell us a little bit about this film, and I know you have some other projects that you're also doing, so maybe we'll go from this one and we'll lead into other ones if you can.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, the film that you're holding in your hand is called The Story of Uxbridge Station. It's actually a small, short, little historical documentary on the heritage train in Uxbridge.
Oh, very nice.
In Uxbridge?
Yeah, that's right.
Really? Okay, I know Uxbridge.
Yeah, I hear a lot of things about Uxbridge.
Have you visited the train
I
station?
spent many
There's a lot of
drunken
theater
nights
people out there.
in Uxbridge. Yeah.
No, seriously though, there's a lot of theater people out there. That
Yeah,
live out there.
absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. So tell us a little bit more what it's about without giving it away, I guess, too much.
Yeah, it's basically, it's a historical documentary on how the train developed. It also ties in with the history of Canada and how trains actually united Canada together. So it's a very interesting, intriguing, personal documentary that actually interviews people who actually used the train.
And very historical, especially for Canada, because that's how our country was built on the
yeah.
railways.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know about that, and it's quite fascinating once you actually delve into the history of it. It's
Did
quite
you know
cool.
Warren Buffett just bought Santa Fe Railway?
Yeah.
Just add a little bit to railway. I thought it would
A
throw
little
that
bit
in
of
there.
facts.
So do you concentrate more on docks? Is that more your forte or not necessarily?
Okay, well, documentaries are my forte at the moment, but I do branch off and do experimental short films, which you can see on my website. And they're kind of combination of my poetry and experimental type of films.
And which website is this on? Is this on wantedmedia.ca?
That's right,
I wanted to
Media.
see if Blue can maybe take us to wantedmedia.ca.
Oh, that would be good.
And maybe you can help us browse through as we're chatting.
There you
So
go.
here we are. Where would you like to go? You said there was a few clips up there, or?
Sure, I mean, if you want to see my experimental films, you can go to the films section,
Let Blue.
and then there's an experimental film section right there, and it
give
gives
it
you
a
a list of
moment.
all my films.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Which one can we take a quick peek at?
Actually, Silence
Nice.
in Slumber. You can
Silence
check that
and
out.
Slumber.
Okay.
Nice website.
Now,
Thank
these
you.
are all clips and trailers? Is that what
Yes,
yeah.
that's
Can we
right.
show a little bit? That'll
There
be
you go.
cool.
That's actually me when I was a kid. So.
Really?
Get out. No. See, I'm gullible.
Is it really? I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's
Could be. I don't know.
So we'll just play that a little bit.
So how many films do you have up there, Mark?
Well, these short films, I don't even know.
Like, obviously a few.
It's quite a few.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do they range from short films to documentaries?
That's right.
Is that what they are? You don't
Yeah.
no features yet.
No features
Not
yet.
under your belt yet.
No.
I understand how that goes. I
Yeah,
know,
you know, it's a
Yeah.
work in progress,
It's a work
right?
in progress. That's excellent. So, tell us, where do you get your inspiration from? Is it from life experiences, or just from something comes into your mind? Or?
Well, it's actually an interesting question. I mean, for me, it's just me trying to express what's inside my mind for this, film.
Yep.
But what I find over time, because this is a lifelong process, is that the more honest you are in terms of expressing yourself, the more that it shows in your film, and the more people can get from the films. If you're not honest in terms of expressing yourself, then people will catch that right away in your films.
Exactly. Write what you know.
Yeah.
What just want to add to that, because since I don't know your personal experience and background, so how do you make sure people believe what you're writing or you're showing? Like, because you write, like you said, you write so many different sort of genres. How do you get that experience, or how do you make people believe it?
It's just
Research.
lot of research. I mean, for example, for all these documentaries, I can't express enough how much research was involved in doing it.
Documentaries are extensive.
All three films that I've already completed, all three documentaries, they all took about a year and a half to create.
Okay.
And I did all the research, the historical research, so it's just hours and hours of me going into archives, talking to the archivists, going to libraries, talking to locals, pitching to the townships.
Wow.
It's
It's a lot of digging.
yeah,
It's extensive.
It's crazy.
But after all the work, it's worth it, because that's what really
Well, I find it
brings
very
together a
fascinating,
story.
because I'm a sort of a little bit of a history buff myself, but that's just because I watch a lot of History Channel. But what genre, what era do you find most intriguing to you as far as history goes?
Okay, well, in terms of history, I find that there's a real misconception out there in how people interpret history, especially Canadian history.
Yes.
Especially when you teach students history, it's such a linear type of approach. I'm more of I like to understand how things evolved over time. I like to know the stories of the people, because the people of the past, their experiences, they are who we are today, essentially.
Yeah.
So I find that absolutely fascinating, just piecing everything together. Because what I find is the more you look into it, it ties into something else, and then it
Yeah.
ties in like a whole web. And it's absolutely
amazing how it
fascinating.
unravels.
So from what I'm getting, do you really like to sort of focus more with people's personal lives and their history themselves, as opposed to, say, history in general, like the Roman Empire and, sort of thing? Like, do you like to more attach yourself to the actual personal element of somebody?
Well, yeah, I mean, for example, like Caesar, right? He's, when people say Caesar, you automatically think that he's some sort of almost like a god. But when you break down who this individual is as a human being, you get to know a lot more about that. But I also like to tie in general history too, because
Okay.
I think that by looking into the personal story of these people, it ties into actually how history was developed in a general scale.
Very nice.
That's great. So if people wanted to find out more information, they can just
Yeah.
go to your website. And quickly, before we let you go,
Yeah.
what are your plans in the immediate future? Do you have anything that you're sort of going for, if you will?
Okay, I mean, I know I got a short period of time, but I'll be very brief. Right now, I just am in the finishing process of doing a documentary for King Township.
Very nice.
It's a historical documentary on the township, using students from the township to tell the story.
Ah,
So
very
it's quite
nice.
fascinating.
Yeah.
And the premiere is going to be in King Township in February.
Oh, great.
Congratulations.
I'm also developing international documentaries at the moment, one in Ireland and one in Poland. And then also have a TV series I'm developing right now.
Very exciting. So you got to keep us
Congratulations.
posted. We
Yeah,
got to have you
so
back.
then give us your website.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your website again?
It's www.wantedmedia.ca.
Definitely.
That's great. So people can check you out or get in touch
And
with you.
contact information is
And
on there too.
Please keep in touch, because we'd love to have you back sometimes, maybe around early February, just to sort of promote your
Cool.
new projects, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
That's great.
Very nice.
That's great. Okay, so in the studio we had filmmaker.
Mark Magro of Wanted Media.
That's great. What we're going to do, we're going to hear another song from Daniel.
Yes.
And I know we gotta keep it moving, because we have still a packed show to come.
Yes, so right after Daniel, we hear another wonderful song. We are going to go to actor Mark Monroe
He's going to do another
for a monologue.
monologue.
And then we'll chat with our third guest. I lost track. To our
Edward
next
Gal-
guest.
yeah, filmmaker
yes,
and graphic
Edward Gal.
designer.
So let's go on to
Put
Mr.
our hands together.
Daniel
We'll hear another song
Munkus.
from Daniel.